Good evening, everyone. Hello, hope you are well. Welcome, welcome, welcome to some more North and South. Now, you can see here the fine members. This is a Union Army event, don't forget, boys and girls. So, we will have members of Union regiments on both sides. Now, here we go. New Jersey Brigade, the 7th New Jersey. There's Cook 80 leading them out. Holding the colours is 2nd Lieutenant Lucius. And those guys are moving out and doing their thing. Now, look who's up here. Looks to be a Confederate general of some sort. There is Charles Moose. Yes. Don't mess with the moose. And there's William Sherman, of course. And James Mack. Looking somewhat female. Anyway, let's see what happens now. Okay. We're going to fly around and do some funky flying things while we find out where the rest of the team are. It's the 20th from Maine. Look at these fine fellows. With some lovely fifing being done. Look at these fellows. Oh, look. There, of course, from Michigan, Sergeant Major Christian Rath leading the 17th. And here is the 32nd Massachusetts. Don't they look lovely? There's 2nd Lieutenant Wolfus. And there's Captain Guru Dennis. Look at that sash and the helmet braid, the hat braid as well. Beautiful stuff. Malgrim there, who at the back. Sergeant John Doe looking fine with his sash as well. Okay. Let's see. As checking all the numbers from Michigan, obviously. Now, let's have a look to see these guys moving out from the Union spawn over to the right-hand side. Let's see. And it is the 32nd Massachusetts, one of their lines moving out. You can see them. Now, could that be Guru? Look at that line, isn't it beautiful? It is Guru. Look at that double line. Led forward bravely by Guru Dennis into the fray. Now, let's see if we can... There's Matt. Oh, no, correction. Diddles! Fife Major Diddles. All hail the fifage of Monsieur Diddles. Oh, okay. So I guess Diddles has stopped there for the time being as everyone's starting to move out. So they're the 20th Maine, so we shall continue to watch the fine fifage of Fife Major Diddles, I should say. And there's Lieutenant Colonel Spears, also moving out with Major Dagon. Now, let's see, as you can see the fire, wow, Woodward being taken down very quickly indeed. You can see here the 7th Michigan moving out, or at least taking a slight retreat from this position, and it looks like now, as a result of that, the Confederate state forces are starting to push up. Here is the 1st Connecticut. Look at these numbers. There's 2nd Connecticut as well, and you've also got Brigadier General Sark here, followed also with Staff Lieutenant Michael, who was just about to commit treason there for a second. There's Kinko, also from 2nd Connecticut. So you can see these guys forming a pretty decent defense. And now, as a result of that, the Union armies had to take cover in this particular field. And behind these wooded area, the trees. The fifing is continuing. Diddle's doing fine fifage. So you can see Battle of the Fifes is going on as we speak. Now, Fish has killed Wink Wink. Wink Wink from the 2nd Connecticut is down. And you can see the generals now starting to move out as the pressure is being put onto the Confederate State Army. There's Tin and McGarth. And there's Sarkin. Now, he's checking over to the right because... Let's see what's going on over at the right side. Because there is somebody up to something. Let's see. Who are these fine fellows? Rogan sharpshooters from the 72nd Pennsylvania. Let's see. And they are taking a defensive position in this house. Now, the trouble is they're going to have a problem because of the cover that this corn provides. And unfortunately for them, their opponents are kind of making a tactical no, and they're on their way back again. So here's the 72nd Pennsylvania. They are also moving back as a little bit of an about turn was done. John Hobbit there. And you can see now, there's John Bravescott, captain. And he is watching through his binocs to find out what is going on across the battlefield. Now, generals moving up. The Confederate State Army pushing into the woods. You can see 2nd Connecticut all pushing up very quickly. 1st Connecticut in there as well. Tina McGarth leading the charge forward, and you can see the fire being traded as William Sherman continuing to dodge bullets quite successfully there. And you can, let's see, find out what's going over here on the left hand side. Is there anything going on? Now, look at this. There seems to be a bit of a punch-up going on in this general area. Let's see what we can find. So it looks like these guys from the New Jersey Brigade. Now, aha, look. Through the indentations in the map and over to this far side, you can see their opposing numbers. Let's see. No, this is a forward unit. Look at this from the 9th New Jersey. There's Nanotox. Hiding behind a rock is the Grey Knight. And the Fire Sword manages to catch a saber from Joe Lenida Ryder. Now, let's see what's going on, as here are the Union forces in a defensive position. It is the 32nd Massachusetts, and these guys are spread quite wide along this defensive fencing. So you can see here, look at all these guys. You can see Marge there in the process of moving out. These fine collapsed trees. But the thing is, there's not really an easy route across, because obviously you've got Stony Bridge down there, and you've got the wooden bridge. So a little Stony Bridge down there. And then you've got the wooden bridge in the middle. Oh no, they've killed Diddles. Diddles is no more. Diddles has been diddled, quite literally. And now let's see. Okay, let's see what's going on over Big Stony Bridge. Because there usually tends to be quite a battle around Big Stony Bridge. And you can see here, we've got some members of the armies moving up. Now, let's see who this is. There is the 20th from Maine, under the command of Lieutenant Colonel Spears, with Major Dagon right behind him. Look at these fellows. Oh, somebody left behind. Who is this poor man at the back? It's Abraham Lincoln. And he is, unfortunately, having trouble keeping up. Now, let's see. Taking cover by the side of the bank as they're trying to move up into a possible outflanking maneuver. That's pretty much what Lieutenant Colonel Spears would actually be going for. So you can see he's trying to cover their approach and maybe make a push in to this area. We'll have to wait and see. Now the trouble is, because there's you know, uniforms and all the rest of it. So here is the 7th New Jersey. So they are on the Confederate state side. And let's check to see what's going on. Here is the 20th from Maine. Yeah, they are on the Union. So, ooh, this could be a problem for them. They've got to find the right position to make the push. Oh, here we go. It's all kicking off now, boys and girls. As now you can see the members of the 9th New Jersey. There's PFC there, trying to defend. Around the corner comes Cooper, manages to dodge the bullet, and now they're going in. It's time for the dozy-do with bayonets as Kukukati gets taken down, and now you can see mass dozy-doing going on, as unfortunately it looks like Lieutenant Colonel Spears has been taken down by Cinderhill, and you can see more pushing coming in here as the 7th Michigan start to move up, going up against the 7th New Jersey, and you can see these guys defending themselves as best they can. Then they've also got the 9th New Jersey there to assist them, as Thor gets taken out now, following up here On the right-hand side, it is Colonel Potatoes. Mr. OMG Potatoes, yes, the mighty potato. Oh, ouch. And he has been going after the 3rd US, stabbing in the cornfield. As you can now see, the 1st Connecticut has been given the command to go in, bayonets fixed. And it's going to be a battle in the cornfields, or the maize fields, I suppose you could say. As you can see here, smoke all over the place, and now it looks like a lot of stabbing going on. And there we go. I think the, it looks like the 1st Connecticut have been successful. Oh, let's just see what's going on. As here is William Jones. Oh, there was William Jones. As no more, you can see, looks like a quick attack here on the general's area. This is very nice. As Flex Pig 999 gets taken down, and these generals are defending themselves with pistols, and they're doing a pretty good job. Look at the amount of smoke, and there's a mass battle going on between these guys. You can see a fight going on in the maize fields. You can have fights over by the hamlet here. Oh, one of the men is down. Look at that. And that's very nasty, as it looks like lots of people going on. Ban Apple is down as well. There's Hydra. Hail Hydra. And you can see the battles continuing to go on in the centre there as another man goes down. And let's see if we can find out how many people are left. 18 versus 16. So it's all pretty even right now, as Pop Joe in 1953 gets finished off with a bayonet. And now let's find out as these men move out from the 32nd Massachusetts, making their way through the wooded area up against the final defence. Diddles has been avenged. As now you can see here, John Bravescott from the 72nd Pennsylvania defending. There is Bellyfort. First Lieutenant Alpha. And Hipster. Mercenary Bellyfort, no less. I believe he's from Rhode Island. Anyway, the battles are continuing. Now, the trouble is, these guys are going to run out of their fence eventually. It's going to get shot away, and they're not going to have anything defensive to play with. But this is where it's going to get nasty, because the 32nd Massachusetts are now in an outflanking position. Here's John Bravescott. He's decided to charge and go in with the sabre. There we go. A little bit of slice and dice in the cornfields until John Bravescott manages to take a bullet from Doe. John Doe doing his duty and taking them down. As now you can see also more members of the 32nd Massachusetts. Herr Eloa, or Herr Alois, maybe. I don't know. Not sure. There's Guru Dennis. Sabre out as the fire. The fire as the melee continues in the cornfields. And let's see the difference. 11 and 6. So right now the Union has the advantage. Oh, that was nasty. Guru Dennis gets barged to the floor by a random drive-by horsing. And now you can see Guru Dennis making his way out of the cornfields. Let's see what's going on. As you can see, more just bodies absolutely everywhere right now. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. The last member of the Union, Old Man, has been finished. And we shall move on to the next round. And so, as we overlook Big Stony Bridge, I wonder if we can fly under that. That would be quite nice. There we go. Flying under Big Stony Bridge. We can hear music. Fifing coming from the distance. And horses also from the distance. Let's hop into one of them quickly. George Hamilton. Look at these fellows. Michigan horses. Oh, Michigan Cavalry. Oh, glorious. Look at these guys. Don't they look fantastic? Hip hip huzzah indeed. So these guys are making their way over Big Stony Bridge. And are now making their way into this massive field. For those of you who've forgotten, this was the field where they did the first North and South video that I ever recorded. Mass line battle. Fantastic it was. So, there is George Hamilton checking to see what's going on. Ah, there's Tubington from the 32nd. And you can see now that it looks like the 32nd are moving towards maybe Little Stony Bridge. We'll have to wait and see. because Little Stony Bridge tends to be quite a focused area for the battle. It's they tend not to go to wooden because it's a difficult point to get to, but it looks like they're about to run into a load of trouble, because this trouble here, courtesy of the 1st Connecticut, have got a good position out on one side, and they will be in a position to ambush the enemy. So let's just see, as these guys are being very aggressive, making sure they get across Stony Bridge very quickly indeed. 2nd Connecticut, there's Grozny moving up, and these guys are going to try and no doubt get in behind these fences. And this is the kind of aggressive behaviour we like to see from the armies, because these guys are literally pushing over and trying to push that advantage, get the Union forces onto the back foot and on the defensive position almost immediately. And that's a good thing to have, because then obviously the Unions have got to fight their way tooth and nail into that point. You can see here some of the Unions deciding to make their way forward. There's Flexed Pig, and there's Pop Joe 1953, and you can see these guys moving in as cannonballs come bouncing in between their numbers. And these guys, looks like they're actually might be going, looks like Guru Dennis has decided to completely bypass Little Stony Bridge, and he might be going for Wooden Bridge. Let's find out what's going on now. Let's see what's going on over here, because who is this gentleman? There's Colonel Sasau from the 2nd Connecticut, seems to have lost everybody. And up here, a little bit further, let's see who else is here as well. Other members of the 2nd Connecticut. So these guys are falling back towards Wooden Bridge, and as a result of that, they'll probably be able to set up a defense. I reckon they're probably going to set up a defense in this sort of area here, because you've got this rather nice indentation in the ground that they can use for additional cover. Plus, they've got the wooded area. Now, they've also got this lovely area here as well, which is all the wonderful fencing that gives them plenty of cover. There, of course, is the Hinkle, the man himself, the Hinklinator, as Umpuff gets taken down. Marge and Umpuff taken down by Private Max's artillery. So now you can see Brigadier General Shaw, they're moving out, and you can see here, this is where they've moved to. You can see more forces. Looks like the other forces moved out to the right side, and here is the Rogan sharpshooters from Pennsylvania, and they are in the process of trying to defend Wooden Bridge. So, I know that there actually in history there are individual names to it, something Ford and Pass and stuff like that. So, but we'll just call them Stony Bridge, Little Stony Bridge, or Big Stony Bridge, Little Stony Bridge, and Wooden Bridge. It's just easier. Plus, they sound like almost names you would have for certain towns. Anyway, in the big field, on the left-hand side, there's Corporal Hammy, also defending. I'm hearing fifing occurring as well, and there is Private Aganda as well. They are defending this large field. Now, bear in mind that these guys, normally under the circumstances, if you were playing with Napoleonic War muskets, you'd have a limit of about 100 metres. But these things will have, well, I'll say 100 feet, sorry. These things will have a range of about 100 metres because of the basic rifling that is available to them. Now, it looks like we've now got a force moving up towards the Stony Wall. Lieutenant Colonel Spears from 20th Maine. And you can see them basically moving up here across Big Stony Bridge. Random Horse has decided to go for a quick dip. So here is the horse cooling off, as you can see. Plenty of cool horses going on. Now, I wonder if it's a submarine horse. That would be a tad unfortunate. Let's see. As we continue to watch, it looks like Ryder. And yeah, it is the new breed of submarine horses. So, submarine horses off to the races, so to speak. And let's find out what's going on at this stone wall. Here is Captain Fish. Brigadier General Sarkir catches a bullet from Huey. Dagon also being taken down. Look at that, a headshot from Executor from what looks to be this wooded area. So Dagon unfortunately catching a bullet with his forehead. And these guys, look at how aggressive these guys are being. They've really moved up. They're using the camouflage here that's provided by the bushes to make it difficult for their enemies to shoot at them. If you can't see them, you can't shoot at them. I mean, obviously, you know, there are certain aspects of it that make it a little bit more difficult, but they are shooting at people behind a brick or a stone wall. So, and unfortunately now, as a result of that, it looks like Private Thor got taken down with a headshot. And look at the 20th Michigan here. They've taken a few... yet more casualties. They've just lost a corporal. And as a result of that, let's see what's going on. There's 5 major diddles just sliced Storm on fire. Or Stormfire, I should say. Now, what's going on over here? Because this looks to be an outflanking maneuver. Yes, it is. Look at that. It is New Jersey. The New Jersey, fine members of the New Jersey Brigade. There's Fredwood. There's Cinderharil. Swiss Smoke. There's Recruit Torf. And you can see these guys trying to get themselves sorted out. Trying to get themselves into a decent line behind that cover. And Brigadier General Sherman has just been shot by Noonan Phase. General is down. Let's see if we can find out where that is occurring. As now we're watching the New Jersey Brigade move out. There is the 20th Maine. You can see them defending Big Stony Bridge. As Guru Dennis catches a bullet from Adelon. Let's see if we can find out where the... Here are the 32nd Massachusetts. Let's see if we can find any more numbers. And it looks like they're actually pushing very quickly across Little Stony Bridge to actually make an outflanking maneuver on their opponent's armies on the other side of the riverbank. Now, let's see who these gentlemen are who are now disappearing from that area. It is Sergeant Major, the 17th Michigan. And you can see these guys making their way out right now. Now, it depends whether or not they're actually going to form some kind of line. Who is that dodging left and right? Frontal Assault gets shot down. And Paymace also being finished off. There goes Bellifor. And courtesy of Titus. And it looks like we've got a little bit of meleeing going on. Can we lock in on where that's occurring? Here we go. So here is the 72nd Pennsylvania. And you can see these guys doing a good job trying to defend themselves. And it's like Monchillo here, mercenary of choice. Unfortunately, he didn't dodge the bayonet. And here is Nysa. Correction. What's going on here? There's Triarius from New Jersey. Finishing off Private Ranger. There are still more in the fields. There's Broom 2. And also Griffin. As more Triarius finally gets finished off there by Podman. As Cheeky Breeky, great name by the way, Private manages to dodge that saber, and it looks like one of the horses has been brought down. But the New Jersey Cavalry are in there, and down goes Gotrek. Gotrek's on the floor now trying to defend himself. Picks up a rifle. Will he be able to fire it? Doesn't look like he will be able to. No, he will, and he misses, unfortunately. So now he drops that gun and now starts to go looking for potential slice and dice partners. As you can see, oh dear, that's not going to go well. In comes a flying horse. Let's see who these are. It's Christian Rath from the 17th, and you can see him defending himself. Look at that. Nice kill there by Mr. Rath. And now another kill into Sai. He gets barged to the floor by a horse. Another slice, and again, Norman MacDonald gets taken down by Shaw. Wow. Look at that. Fine stuff going on. Here is Recruit Creed from 2nd Connecticut. He's looking for opportunities. Who is that? Corporal Aladon managed to find a horse. Okay. So, the Rogan Sharpshooters from 72nd Pennsylvania. There's Jordan moving out, corporal in charge. Also moving out over Little Stony Bridge. There's Wink Wink from the 2nd Connecticut. And Hinkle catches a bullet. Hinkle is down. Splash one, Hinkle. Let's see if we can find out what's going on. The 32nd Massachusetts. The 7th New Jersey. Electrolf. There's still plenty of numbers left. 39 and 3. Well, okay, for the Union, there's not so many. There's Banapple. And down goes Warlord. Now, 2 remain. Rusty and Johnny Reb. So, now we got to find them. So, and the next map will be, or there'll be a map change and a side swap. So, let's see if we can find these last remaining people. There's Rusty. So no one's going to find Rusty for obvious reasons. He's playing it carefully. Now, where is... Oh, no, they've killed the other guy, so it seems that Rusty is the last man. Correction! There we go, he's now been beaconed, and they're after him, so there you go, you can see Rusty trying to defend himself and cheesing it as quickly as he possibly can. Let's follow in. There we go. The stabby goodness is out for Rusty. He is trying to defend himself. He doesn't have a bayonet, and this is going to be a problem. He's going to have to rifle whack him to death, and that's not going to really give him an advantage, as you can see. And we shall move to the next round. We'll be right back. And so we return, overlooking a wooden bridge and a horn in the background. Now, let's see what's going on. So we shall move over to look at what appears to be the Confederate Army. George Hamilton from Michigan. Bear in mind, boys and girls, the sides have been swapped. Who are these people? There's Kinko from 2nd Connecticut. Look at that. Kyle carrying the flags with pride. Recruit Creed following up. And here you can see... I know it looks like the Red Bull faction, but no, it's not. Here is the 32nd Massachusetts. Look at these fellows. Don't they look lovely? Okay, let's see. Guru Dennis moving out. The 32nd. And let's see, because they've got a pretty shallow area here where they can actually get across the river. You can see here. River's pretty shallow. So they can actually make their way across here quite easily. Oh, look at this. It's the old man from Connecticut. Let's see. Wow, Andrew King taking down Euphoric already. Fantastic stuff. As Kinko is moving out, let's see if we can lock in. Aha! The President. As you can see, everyone keeping an eye on the President. There we go, a little bit of dancing.
407 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the property.
So, yeah, he's giving a speech while these guys are trying to concentrate on their artillery.
Now we are engaged
as the Parrot cannons are being continually armed. Hobo Hob.
So conceived and so dedicated.
Look at this. Okay. William Sherman overlooking the battle through these farm fields as cannons rang out from Master Mix into First Lieutenant Thomas Beale. And let's see if we can find out what's going on. George Hamilton crossing the river. The 32nd Massachusetts making their way into a cornfield where they're up against the Rogan sharpshooters from the 72nd. Oh, we'll wait and see. It looks like they're now backing off as they've got support of horses coming in to actually do some damage. Now, let's see. Yeah, it is the 32nd Massachusetts. Poor recruit Hazzy gets finished off there. And now let's see. As Fredwood also being finished off now. Let's see what the numbers are like. Oh, look at that Master Mix with a lovely kill onto multiple members of the opposing team, including Lieutenant Colonel Spears. Officer Amon Spears. Yeah, well, it was a cannonball. It killed, I think, somebody else before it got to Spears, so. Hello, let's see what's going on. Pay Mace. Just snuffed it. Oh, no. Observer's curse yet again. There's another member of the 32nd Massachusetts Master of Arts is trying to defend himself now. Who is this? Down in this rather open quarry area, it is the Rogan sharpshooters from Pennsylvania, and they are starting to cheese it in the opposite direction, as it looks like their belly fort gets taken down, and we are now looking at the, let's follow through here. There's Sturag from the 72nd Pennsylvania, who's murking, normally in the Rogan. Oh dear, Sturag. Sorry. The commentator's curse again just killed Sturag. Poor man. Never mind. As now we can see here the 3rd US making use of this good defensive position. You can see these guys getting themselves together. Let's check to see how the numbers look. 29 and 33. So it's all pretty even right now. As here is Momchilo as well. And there's Thor. And this nice little collection of troops waiting. As you can see, cannonballs bouncing around. Major Dagon from Maine, waiting for an opportunity, bringing the forces up. Look at those fine whiskers, if not that fine face. Oh, God. Let's see. At least it's not like the first video I did where somebody hid in the cornfields and then said, why are we hiding in the cornfield? Yeah. Okay. Let's see if we can find out, because there's stabby goings on right now. Now, right now, you can see here at the artillery section, it's all pretty quiet. But you can see the members of 2nd Connecticut, with Kinko, moving up. On their right flank are the members of the 3rd US. And you can see these guys also pushing up, trying to cover their their teammates on the right-hand side. And so they are starting to move towards this area. Now you can see here there is the president trying to stay out of trouble. Let's see. Oh, William Sherman taken down by Colonel Sassow. Let's see if we can find that action. Where is that occurring? As here we go, looks like we've got a little bit of stabby goodness. Nathan Jones gets finished off by a fine headshot from Hobo Hob. And let's see, is that no, that's Grozny defending himself. Grozny trying to defend himself, and he managed to do it. Looks like Oldman's taken down Trontak as well, the Engineer Supremo. Here is Rusty moving out with other members of the 32nd Massachusetts. And Hobo Hob managing to get a fine cannonball kill. Major Dagon with a beautiful catch of the cannonball with his face, as Brigadier General Sarkir has the pistol out and is now working together. Staff Lieutenant Henry is now working with him to try and defend him, and this could be the last stand of one of the generals from Gibraltar. Our Staff Lieutenant Henry has already just been taken down as he ran in there to try and defend his general, and you can see Sarkir now looking to move up. Is he going to do Grand Theft Horse? He may do. No, he's going to stay there with Brigadier General Shaw. Brigadier General Shaw looking to, yeah, he's made it away, and he's left his other general in the final losing position here. Brigadier General Sharkey looking to defend himself. Out comes the blade, and now he's going to have to defend. Oh dear. Okay, maybe he's not, as he gets shot in the back very brutally. As also, I think Hinkle just got killed as well. So you can now see the movement into the artillery section. Oh dear. Kinko gets finished off with a fine shot by Jordan V. I do believe Mr. President has copped it down here somewhere, as more stabbings going on. Let's see, there's Momchilo Mercury. No, Mercenary even. And you can see here he's trying to defend himself. Let's see what's going on. Who is this fellow? It's Moggerwolf defending himself against Momchilo and gets killed by Mom with a fine slice of the bayonet. Hobo Hob trying to defend himself. Sabre versus bayonet. Oh, it looks like it's 1-on-2. This is really bad for Hobo Hob. He's doing a good job of defending himself as Go-Track 2 gets taken down from New Jersey Brigade. And now Hobo Hob, there we go, one swing and a second kill. He manages to then block that one again. Look at that fantastic play by Hobo Hob from the 1st Artillery. Oh, he takes a stab from the bayonet, trying to defend it. Can he do it? Can his opponent manage to get inside and get that all-important final stab? Oh, look at that, another fine block. Let's see who this person is. It's Momchillo, the Merc, and he's fighting against his opposing number. Let's just see what's going on. And there we have it, Hobo Hob with the slice onto Momchillo. And a fine slice coming in there as 3 members of the Union against the remaining members of the Confederate state. Oh, Hobo Hob taking a slice. He manages to slice and then dice the opponent. And Creed get taken down there. Hobo Hob now defending himself against another member of the Confederate State Army. And now there looks like bayonet against sabre yet again. And look at this. Fine work by Hobo, but no! No! Hobo Hob gets shot by Broom. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. A fine round by Hobo Hob. And we'll be back with the next one in a second. Okay. So, the next round. As you can see here, the Union Army getting themselves set up. The flag flying. Ready to go. Confederate State Army already keyed up and ready to move out. A Stormfire unfortunately stabs himself in the testicles with his bayonet and leaves the server, or the battlefield I should say. See if we can find out what's going on up here. As I believe Hinkle is in his green uniform right now. So let's see if we can find Hinkle. Here are the cannons being set up for the Union forces. There he is. There is the green Hinkle. Currently being molested by horses. Okay, so that, ladies and gentlemen, was what you call a demotion. Oh, brilliant. Oh, wow. Never mind. Oh, these things happen. So, here's Staff Lieutenant Henry. And the other horsey members. There's Mac. Electrolf. The cannons being set up. There's Master Mix, Cannoneer from previous round. Look at this fine work. It is, of course, Trontac. Wonderful, wonderful engineer of choice for the Union forces, who always seems to build the highest emplacements, entrenchments, and all sorts of funky stuff like that. So Trontac doing a good job there, as usual. You can see they're just lowering it just a little bit. And there we go. Oh dear. As you can see, the fire continuing. Look at this. Fire coming in from the 72nd. The Rogan sharpshooters doing their work, as you can see. 32nd Massachusetts also claiming some victims as the Battle of this Forest is then going to start happening. Ow. Double ow. In comes the Cav. The 7th Cavalry, well, not the 7th Cavalry, but the Cavalry. There's Unpuff defending himself. Fine on-puffy work going on right now as Nicer gets onto a horse. Grand Theft Auto Horsey. Well, Grand Theft Horsey's out of there and manages to pick up. Oh, nasty, nasty stuff going on. There's Gimps. Also defending himself. Another member goes down. That was Firesword. Oh, dear. I think these two want to be alone. Poor Firesword. As there's Momchillo trying to defend himself from attack. And also coming in with the 6-shooter. There's Michael Jones. Sergeant of choice. Brings out the sabre. And you can see it's all kicking off pretty seriously. 27 and 29. And any minute now, there we go. He's going to have to shove those lead balls into that particular area. Shove it down with the press. Put the powder in there. And look at this. Somebody going after one of the officers, or sergeant in this case. That's Paradox who defended him. And now the final members here of the 32nd Massachusetts trying to defend themselves. There's Jack Higgins. And over here you can see another member. There's Onpuff, Private Onpuff, going after the sergeant. Let's see what's going on, as we can now see. There we go. Michael Jones turns to fight. As there is Onpuff. We should watch Onpuff. As he's hiding behind the... Oh, look at that. Hiding behind... Oh, a quick slice onto Onpuff. Very nasty. Tries to defend himself from that saber slice. And it looks like he's going to try and fake him out, maybe. He's got to watch for those sideways saber slices. They're very nasty. But he's also got people shooting at him at the same time. Poor old Onpuff doing his best to try and defend against this push. Oh, look at that. Fine stab by Onpuff. And a stab while the man's on the ground as well. Excellent work by Onpuff there. And now they're up against the remaining members of the Union. There's He'alawa. And there's Gimps as well. Looks like they're going to try and make a run for it, possibly. Let's see what's going on over here. Who are these fine fellows who are trying to hold the Confederate State Forces at bay? There's Michigan. Quartermaster, Sergeant, I guess. There's John Woodward, also from Michigan. And you can see, I think they're Confederate, but there we go. Norman MacDonald with a fine kill onto Swiss Smoke. And there is the Tiger from New Jersey. And now you can see, look at this. Oh dear, he doesn't look at all well. Flag out in the forest. And there is Tobagus, Recruit Tobagus from Maine. And now he is in the process of trying to push back against this push by the Union forces through the wooded area. And let's see. One person left from the Union Army. And it was Icarius. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is it, as the Union are defeated. And we shall move on, as that is it for the day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. And we will see you again for more North and South. Take care.